what up? It's your boy Big Vern. Welcome to App Stupid Studios, the fastest growing sports and entertainment channel on these YouTube streets. We did it. We're in season 3 thanks to you all. This is where we cover NBA, college basketball, and college football, along with the NFL. Thanks to you all for making us one of your stops and destinations in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. So sit back, relax, let us do our thing. Welcome to App Stupid. What up? It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios on a wet and wild Thursday here in the Midwest. Say it's 50 degrees right now, but they got it getting up to 62 despite all the rain. Like I said, don't trust it. Make sure you go ahead and get your pets and animals out while you can. Stretch your legs. We got a beautiful show lined up for you today. Top of the hour. Kuzma is now with the Bucks. We'll go through that. We'll go ahead and give you our thoughts on the trade and how they should use them. And then we'll pivot from the association and go to the world of college football. And we'll cover Cignetti. He gets Fernando Mendoza and why Mendoza actually chose to go to Indiana. We'll also talk about the Golden State Warriors and Jimmy Butler. Who made this mindless trade? This was dumb on all levels. Then Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is out here lying on these NFL streets. And it's almost like he's trying to have revisionist history. And anytime he does this, you got to hold people accountable. Talk about that. And then the new defensive coordinator in Indianapolis, he has a lot of ridiculous things to say. We'll go ahead and get into Mr. Lou and Amaru. So, like I said, a great show lined up for you today. We'll get on the other side of the content when we come back from a quick 20. From a rap album we're pushing this month, this is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Bam, 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 bam. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studios. We promoting another rap album this month, Mac Miller, Balloonerism, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is $5 Pony Rides, Friendly Hallucinations. Friendly Hallucinations is dope. That's a really good song. Excisors, and then Mannequins. Mac Miller, Balloonerism, in stores now. Yeah, shout out to Mac Miller. I like it. I thought it was pretty dope. So when we get into the story, now Kyle Kuzma, to me, he's a gift for the Milwaukee Bucks, and they didn't see this coming. Now, first off, Kuzma for Middleton, that's not a bad trade. And anyone who thinks that's a bad trade, they really need their head examined. Now, how long were the Bucks, for all of the naysayers when it comes to Khris Middleton, how long were the Bucks supposed to be held hostage by Middleton and his contract? The guy's always heard he has all of these issues, and people keep going back to when Milwaukee was on their championship run and the things that he did really well. Well, that's fine and dandy, but when you turn around and you look at the situation, he's barely played since then. And I know people have an affinity for Khris. Like I said, he's a nice guy. He doesn't really rock the boat, but he's slower. He's always banged up. And if you got a chance to get a young stud like Kyle Kuzma, you might as well throw your lot in and get him now. Now, I think Kuzma had problems shedding the Lakers stink. And there are two other players who had problems shedding that same stink, because if you look at it, the Lakers' youth at one time was Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma. LeBron got to crying, bitching and moaning. The Lakers, in that trade, the Lakers got rid of Brandon Ingram and they got rid of Lonzo Ball. Now, you fast forward then, and even to a lot of degree, crying and complaining about Kuzma, they got him out of there also. So the consensus was that these guys, they weren't any good, and that's not the truth whatsoever. Brandon Ingram is a pivotal part and piece down in New Orleans. Lonzo, when he's healthy, is one of the top 5 point guards in the NBA, whether you like it or not. Kyle Kuzma, because Washington has been a perpetual rebuild, he himself has had good years in Washington. He's never played alongside someone like a Dame Lillard or like a Giannis Antetokounmpo. So there's a lot of good upside to this whole Kyle Kuzma trade. You're getting a double-digit scorer who's played 70 games a season minimum, regardless of who they bought in. That's right. They bring in Jordan Poole. He still plays 70 games. Marcin Gortat, he still plays 70 games. Again, this is what I'm saying. Availability matters. Availability matters. And you know if they dialing up, if the Bucks are dialing up shots for Giannis and they're dialing up shots for Dame, they need a third scorer. They need somebody who can actually show up offensively and put another piece out there on the floor so they can be competitive. We'll get back into this when we come back on the opposite side of the break. This is Big Vern. Drop the spot. Dun, 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 dun. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what we do. 2025, new album out on the streets. Bodie James and Who the Hell is Carlo? Hidden in plain sight, in stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it's Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites are Hidden in Plain Sight, the feature track with Conway the Machine and Styles P, Big Wings, and Brick James. Bodie James and Who the Hell is Carlo? Hidden in Plain Sight, in stores. Yeah, Bodie James, I like it. Y'all know how I feel about Brick James. Don't worry, new hip hop comes out today. I'll peep it, and then we get some great albums that's set to drop next week. Yeah, I'm waiting on that. Valentine's Day, I'm waiting on that. So when we last left off, we were talking about this smear campaign really against Laker youth once they got traded outside of LeBron James' cast and shadow. A lot of people like to make fun of Kyle Kuzma because of the clothes he wears, and to me, that's weird. That's weird. And you all know, here on this channel, all we do is talk sports. We don't care about who you're sleeping with, who you're dating. That's not us. We're not into that. We just want to talk about who's in the coaching booth, who's on the coaching staff, what's going on in irrespective of sports, the agents that they bring in and everything else. That's why, like I say, you hear from me when there's news in abundance. And like I said, if it was really a thing where this kid couldn't win, people consider Michael Jordan to be arguably one of the greatest basketball players to play the game. However, when Michael Jordan was with the Wizards, they wasn't winning games like that. That's a ridiculous standard. Some people say, well, that's a ridiculous comparison. No, that's just telling you that the Wizards have been bad for a very long time. Anyway, truth is truth. You can use you can use Kuzma in transition, and he can push the tempo when he needs to get the game started. Forget about the stretch 2 or 3 mumbo jumbo. Put the ball in the damn basket. Now Lopez, he don't need to shoot threes. You need a for real deal center at the mid post and on the block who isn't afraid to mix it up. There's no reason Dame Lillard should be averaging more rebounds than Brook Lopez. That's insane. And it's time to hold Greg Buckner accountable, because a lot of people don't know Greg Buckner is the guy Doc Rivers turned to be this defensive specialist to get the Bucks back to playing competitive defense. And that hasn't worked. And I heard nobody on any podcast, on any network, talk about this dude. Again, I'm just saying what it is. That's a problem. Defense is a choice. It's only 3 guys on a team that are going to get the lion's share of the shots. So a player has to say to himself, I got to play defense, and I got to get my minutes, and I got to get my buckets. Make your defense your offense. Everybody's not going to be able to shoot. Right now, as I'm talking to you, the Bucks are 15th in their defensive ranking in the NBA. You don't need any more shooters. You need more defense to get back into the top 5 of the Eastern Conference. Now, I believe Bobby Portis, he should be starting. He should be in the starting lineup. And that's going to set the tone. That's going to bring the energy. And that's going to have a sense of urgency. Because to me, when I look at Milwaukee and they play these games, they don't have a sense of urgency. The ball dies when they all sit around and they watch either Giannis go to the rim unimpeded, or he may have a double team, or you sit there and you get lulled to sleep by Damian Lillard and his dribble patterns and when he goes through his offense, his reads. Now, if I'm Doc Rivers, I got to go ahead and give Pat Connaughton his confidence back and allow him to shoot more coming off the bench. You couple that with Taurean Prince, Andre Jackson Jr., and free Beauchamp, you have a good unit that can push along with Lopez being in the middle, where you have a small, quicker lineup that can really work on spacing, cutting to the basket, up screens, backdoor cuts, and it's a really, really brave and brazen squad. But again, I don't know how they make this work. I don't know how they make this work, and they should never get rid of Bobby Portis for any reason whatsoever. However, I could be wrong about this. If you are a true blue Milwaukee Bucks fan, get in the comments. Let me know how you're thinking. This is Big Vern. Talk at you in a second.